So this evening I have the pleasure of speaking with Choi Leung, the amazing artist and founder of Young Girl Project. And we spoke together about dreams, ambitions, desire, nightmares, fantasy, drawing, imagination, what it's like to be a kid, all these incredible things that go into her creative process, which I can relate to as someone who identifies as an artist and as a chef. She and I have the pleasure of drinking this cocktail that I designed, which is called Power Nap. Hello.
Hi.
How's it going?
Going good, thank you. How's it going with you?
It's going well. Good to see you. I'm excited to do this, and I think that before we start, a cheers is in order.
Okay. I have my coffee.
What are we?
I got the pint and you got the soda.
I know. I was like, I still have like 3 more hours of work to do, so I should take it slow.
Okay, well, obviously my night is over after this. All right, cheers.
Cheers to you. You know, I think that the work that you're doing with Young Girl Project is really inspiring, and not just within the project itself, in the specificity of why you're doing it, talking about child abuse and, you know, bringing a voice to that that issue and that problem and ways to solve it, and also thinking about conversation is so huge. But I think that the implications of making art and making art in community are both so are just so important, because you don't really see that many platforms to talk about things that feel uncomfortable as often as you may think we should see it, or often as people want to see it or need to see it. And so I'm really glad that it exists. Can you tell me a little bit more about the impetus for starting it and what you hope to see for it in the future?
Well, the reason for starting it was my own story, autobiographical. And I think over the years I'd done abstract art and had not really come forward and been comfortable talking about it. And when I started drawing the cartoons, the girls' heads, I'd been doing that for years, but always stopped at the heads. And a friend said, oh, you should continue drawing the bodies. And that's when it all kind of just came out like a flood, you know. When the bodies started being joined to the heads, it was almost as though I had finally joined the two pieces that I had disassociated and fragmented within myself, and I just kind of joined it all together. And they started off as just personal drawings to myself, and then gradually friends started seeing it and they encouraged me to show it and draw more, and it just started a conversation that inspired me and made me feel that this project had meaning and purpose for me, you know. Yeah. And that purpose then evolved into creating the nonprofit and, you know, the focus on talking about the issue to prevent it from happening.
So something I've been thinking about a lot is, you know, when I was drawing, it was always about these dreams that I had. I would wake up and just kind of like create illustrations from all these different these dream sequences that I would always have, and they would maybe be influenced by like my day or thinking about family or come from a movie that I saw. But it's really fun to kind of imagine the world that was kind of happening in my head. So I'm glad that you prompted that for me, because I was able to design a cocktail which I'm naming Power Nap.
Which is so perfect.
Yeah. I mean, first of all, I always need a power nap, like always, hoping to get one in around like 2:20 p.m. every day. And it's cool because I feel like something I've been reading recently is how sleep is anti-capitalism, which I love that idea. Is like, if you sleep, you're actually training your body, like using your body and using your time for rest and not necessarily being productive. Is so important. And also thinking about how REM works, how like your REM cycle works, and how sleep informs your imagination and your ability to manifest and imagine, I think is so important. I'm wondering, do you dream often? And if so, what are some of the craziest, most absurd dreams you've had?
I dream a lot, and quite a lot of my drawings are dreams that I did. Even when I was going through therapy, I was logging them to find symbolism and answers. And the subconscious is such a powerful energy, you know, and it informs our day-to-day without us even knowing it. So as long as we are aware, or at least tap into some sort of understanding of the subconscious, I think we can easily be living our lives in an unconscious state, you know, making our decisions based on fears and, you know, all these things that control us anonymously, you know. And so I have a dream I had, which I drew, which is an octopus dream, where I was rowing a boat as a small child through this black slime in the night. And then I felt this large octopus like emerge from this slime, and I just froze. And I closed my eyes and just was hoping it would go away. And I drew this, and it's in one of the, you know, the little girls in the boat. And then recently I had a dream where I was hugging this man, and we told each other we loved each other. And as that happened, this massive hurricane just started swirling around us with such force. And I was scared, and he just said, just hold on and don't let go. And as he said that, we just elevated in the eye of the hurricane, which was so calm in the center. And we elevated until we saw the whole of the planet and the solar system. It was so beautiful. And it just reminded me of this feeling that if you stay centered and calm, no matter what is going around you, and how crazy nature is, and how powerful, and how life is so uncontrollable, you'll be okay. And also the, you know, the value of human connection and love, you know, in that feeling of being okay.
Absolutely. Do you remember what his face looked like? Did you get it when you were floating in that moment?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm like, ooh. All right, so the next round of this is a little game that I invented, which is just a different game that I changed the name of, so it's actually not new, which is called Exquisite Sentence, which is based on the idea of the Exquisite Corpse, which is about continuations of drawings, but only seeing a small part of it. But I wanted to, so I'm going to ask you, I'm going to start a few sentences, and then I want you to fill in the blank, essentially.
Okay.
So the first question or sentence beginning is, I feel most grounded when I dream of or imagine.
Being around people that get me, who I love, who give me energy, good energy. You know, your tribe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My worst nightmare is
living a life of silence around people that don't want to talk, where it's just facades, you know. Everything's perfect, but it isn't.
Absolutely. And last one. In my wildest dreams, I could
ride a horse in Mongolia
with Helen.
With Helen. Amazing Helen.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that was, there were more, but then I got really excited about like making a new game, so we have a second game, and then I'm like, who plays? I'm like, what are the things that I did at sleepovers when I was growing up? Okay, so this one is inspired by Beyonce, who is one of my favorite people, who just released a song today with Megan Thee Stallion. Megan Thee Stallion, going back to the idea of the horse, it's full circle.
Wow.
All the time. Yeah. So sweet dreams or beautiful nightmares. Basically, I'm going to read something and tell me if it's something that brings you a dreamlike pleasure, if it's something that is scary, frustrating, disturbing, and then tell me why.
Okay.
So the first one is having the power to read minds.
Disturbing.
Nightmare. Tell me why.
Because I know my mind. And if people could read my mind, I'd think, oh, yeah.
Okay.
You know. wild imagination. Let's put it that. Doesn't mean it's gonna, that's how it feels.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Being able to see into the future.
I'd like to see into the future.
What would you want to see or predict mostly, if you could?
Well, if you see the future going in a direction that your feeling is negative, you could actually change the present moment now to put it on track to a more happy, loving future, right?
Absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing. I learned so much from this process. I'm so excited to see where Young Girl Project goes. I think that work is so exquisite and incredible. So thank you for bringing that into the world.
No, thank you for taking the time to look at it.
Yeah, of course. Have a great evening. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay. All right. Take care.